Muy buenas monstruitos, bienvenidos a otro vídeo del canal. Volvemos con Guild Wars 2 en of Dragons y vamos a hacer episodio 17 y lo que vendría a ser 18 parte 1 en este capítulo, porque va a ser... después me entenderéis por qué. Así que vamos con Investigación Profunda primero y después con lo que yace adentro. Que lo haré en parte 1 y parte 2 porque básicamente Indagando una solución, que es el episodio que vamos a hacer ahora, es simplemente escuchar cintas que nos deja Gorrik para, como teorías, ¿no? Por así decirlo, para ver cómo podemos afrontar el problema del monstruo que tenemos en las líneas ley.
Testing. Gorrik, recording on behalf of Friend Detective Agency, on site at the Brotherhood's Jade excavation. After the recent demon run-in, our efforts to curtail Panther's energy crisis are postponed. Me and my team of experts.
Your team, huh?
Our team is strategizing a plan to remove said demon from its power source, a ley line housed within the mine.
You're recording? Can I get the minute time? Engineering Grandmaster Yao here, reporting from the trenches of an illicit jade mining mega operation.
Yao? These are case notes, not a hollow news broadcast. I'll continue logging updates as they occur. Gorrik, out.
Just trying to lighten the mood.
Case notes. Entry 2. Today I ran further analysis on the unknown element present in the commander's haze samples. Though still indeterminate, I suspect it's a byproduct of the demon, likely agitated by its confined ley line proximity. For now, I've set up a makeshift lab for experimentation here at the mine. It's humble, but rather quaint, if I do say. It will serve my needs for the time being. I just need to keep out a few nosy Kappa trespassers. As usual, I'll continue logging my research as it proves pertinent. Gorrik, out. Case notes, entry 3. An unexpected visitor dropped by. Chol Mu. I thought maybe he'd come to shut down my lab.
He was over here? Yeah, he does hate things built without his approval.
But he seemed to take an interest in my work, particularly the previously mentioned haze samples. Of course, I was thrilled to recount my current hypotheses, but he seemed more concerned about potential health effects.
He's been really torn up about his crew.
I'll continue updates once confidentiality can be maintained.
Sorry, just curious about the research is all.
While I usually record notes as soon as possible, the event that transpired recently required a moment to process. It began when one of those Kappa pets got into my equipment, while wreaking senseless havoc, smashed a haze sample. The sample was small. However, inhaling its contents in an enclosed area made me lightheaded. I knew it was unlikely to cause damage. Still, I went to recuperate on a cot at the medical tent. Once rested, I felt well enough to return to work. But when I opened my eyes, what I saw made my nausea return full force. Oh, Detective Rama, I mean...
Am I interrupting?
No, just recording some research notes. I can get back to them later. Case notes. Entry 5. Rana visited to check in after my Kappa incident, which I suppose still needs explanation. Picking up where I left off, when I opened my eyes, I saw something I don't think I'll ever be able to forget. Lish was sitting across from me. Not in his golem body, but exactly how I remembered him from before his illness took over. He stared at me in a menacing way he never had before. And his body disintegrated into a mass of writhing needles. They swarmed me. I can still feel the prickle of their claws across my skin. At the point I thought I might suffocate, they vanished. The next thing I remember, I was clinging tightly to Yao, sobbing. They comforted me until I could pull myself together. Once I found the words, I told them everything. They stayed with me for a long time. And then they returned later with some tea. I'm still shaken up and rather embarrassed about what happened. But I'm so grateful Yao was there to help me through it. I'm going to see Tiny soon. And I plan to tell her everything that happened. Case note, entry 6. I paid Tiny a much-needed visit and told her everything. She has a way of making me feel better. We also spoke about the implications. We think the unknown element I've been studying is causing these effects. What's most troubling is that this incident confirms my earlier hypothesis. These hallucinations aren't random. Based on the commander's experiences, and now my own, the delusions appear to target prime emotional vulnerabilities. The how of it all remains a mystery, but it does explain the demon's manipulation of one's senses. Now that I'm back, I plan to tell Rama and Yao about this development, though it seems they stopped by in my absence. They installed a few Kappa-repellent gadgets outside my lab, and left a kind note with a plate of tea cookies. Picturing those two working together makes me smile. They seem on better terms lately. I hope the trend continues. Case notes. Entry 7. Today was unusual. Rama visited. That wasn't unusual, though his demeanor was rather tender. However, Yao and Cholmu also visited. Yao did most of the talking. Odd, as Cholmu's keen on speaking for himself. Yao explained that Cholmu had experienced hallucinations. I asked him to elaborate. Frequency, locations, etc. Rama made to leave, perhaps out of politeness, but Cholmu told him to stay. He said it's better we're all made aware. He didn't go into much detail. His visions were of a deceased friend, and they only occurred in the lower mind. Rama pressed him about the other crew members, but Cholmu claimed that none had voiced similar experiences. He originally chalked any behavioral discrepancies up to stress, but he realized too late that it may be something more. Cholmu's account seemed credible, if not a bit slow, and there are another data point supporting mine and Tiny's theory. Something unbelievable just happened. Cholmu visited again. Once certain we were alone, he began frantically rambling. He admitted that he'd left out details about his hallucinations because Yao was present. Early on, Cholmu had worked on the forefront of the excavation. Alone one night, he heard someone run up behind him. Before he knew it, he was face down. He could hear the attacker hissing while bashing his head into the ground. Nearly unconscious, Cholmu felt the attacker start chewing his leg. He suspects it may have been trying to eat him. With the strength he had left, he cast off the attacker. He sat up to see one of his captains, blood staining her mouth. Their struggle continued, edging closer to a mine shaft. To keep them from falling, Cholmu tried to ram her backward. But in that moment, she lunged. Instead of hitting him, she flew over his back, free falling to the bottom of the mine. He was so shocked, he couldn't process it. His crew assumed the captain quit. She'd recently been acting agitated. That's when his delusions began. He made me swear not to tell Yao, who'd known the captain. But I had to tell someone. Case note, entry 9. I have a confession. Despite Cholmu swearing me to secrecy, I couldn't keep his story to myself. I paid Tiny another visit and spilled everything. She was shocked, to say the least, but she was glad I confided in her. She echoed Chomu's request not to tell Yao. There's no use upsetting them. I couldn't bring myself to do so anyway. Still, I feel better getting it off my chest. And as Tiny pointed out, if I was stressed, imagine how Chomu feels. Between the guilt and the cruelty inherent in these delusions, it puts his behavior into perspective. While I was there, Tiny showed me something exciting. A prototype for a device that she, June, and Yao are working on. It's designed to control the stress responses the demon seems to feast on, then channel that power back at it. It's based on my research findings, paired with Yao and June's Jade tech knowledge, and Tiny's everything knowledge. We just might have a solution to our demon problem. Case notes entry 10. This is it! We've done it! Thank the alchemy! Tiny asked me to stop by as soon as possible. When I arrived, she, Yao, and June were putting the final touches on their newest invention! It boasts several features, not to mention a sleek design. I can't wait till the commander sees, though I need to keep reminding myself to treat it with sensitivity. The commander's role in our plan will likely be the toughest and most psychologically draining. Still, I'm on pins and needles for the invention's debut. Demon, here we come. Gorrik, out.
Y terminando, indagando una solución, termina a su vez Investigación Profunda, que es el episodio 17. Así que ahora entramos en el episodio 18, con el primer apartado que se llama Emerge un plan. Comandante, espero que esta carta te halle de un ánimo moderadamente bueno. Taimi, Yao y yo hemos estado dándolo todo para dar respuesta a nuestro demoníaco problema y creemos haber encontrado una solución viable. Eso sí, nuestra estrategia conllevará una exploración exhaustiva de la respuesta de tu mente a estímulos emocionales intensos. Si alguien cuenta con mi total confianza, eres tú, comandante. Cuando sientas que es el momento, pásate por la planta de energía en la ciudad de nueva de Kainen para hablar de nuestro nuevo plan de ataque Gorrik. Vale, pues parece que ya tienen una posible solución para quitarnos de encima el demonio de las líneas ley, bueno, que está absorbiendo las líneas ley. Así que básicamente nos volvemos a la ciudad nueva de Kainen para ver qué nos tienen que contar.
By Ambassador Meade, who will be speaking on behalf of Queen Anne.
Commander, hi! You look refreshed and so lucid.
I hear you've been busy. Certainly looks that way.
And for good reason. Finn, please show the commander our latest masterpiece. Just like we practice. Introducing the Recollector.
Ta-da!
I'm not sure I follow.
That demon took a liking to you. After further analysis, it's clear why. It preys on unresolved stress, vulnerability.
Not that anyone is doubting your strength, but you've been known to carry the weight of the world. And that's tough for anyone, even if they are you.
Luckily, we can use that to our advantage. If you gather your emotions with the Recollector, we can use them as a lure.
Right. When our demon senses potent emotions, it'll try to latch on. Once enticed, we can lure it from the ley line, like tasty emotional breadcrumbs.
So your plan is to turn me into bait. How do I collect these emotional breadcrumbs?
You'll have to do some exploration, physically and emotionally. place is important to you should give strong responses. I know it's a lot, but we'll be there to help. And it'll be great prep for protecting your mind against further attacks.
You'll have to forgive my lack of enthusiasm for all this. But I'll do what needs to be done.
Aquí terminamos el apartado Emerge un plan y entramos en el segundo, Reprime tus emociones.
Approximately 1 minute until citywide power failure. 1 minute.
Hey, Commander. So, Kaining, huh? At least it's convenient.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to pry. I just... Hey, at any point, if you get worked up, I'm here. Dealing with this stuff is hard. Most people won't even try. For what it's worth, I think it's pretty damn brave to do this. And yeah, I'll be here. That's all.
Thank you, Yao. Suppose I should get started.
Este monumento rinde homenaje a Maitrin, erigido tras la explosión de la estación del reactor. Está aquí para conmemorar su sacrificio. No hay vida puramente buena o malvada. Al final, somos la suma de nuestras
Citizens
opciones.
of New Conan, we have received multiple distress calls from the Napui and Suntian labs. Please send help. Due to an inability to restore order in Sun City sectors, various transportation systems will remain offline indefinitely.
Yeah, you said that. I can't change who I was, but I won't give up on who I want to be.
And who, pray tell, is that?
I don't know. Someone better.
Hey, how are you feeling?
Maitrin was selfish. Killed innocent people without a second thought. And... I owe my life to her.
I didn't know her well. Our first real introduction was... terrible. But I did get the impression she felt lost. Finding your place can be tough. She probably thought the Aether Blades were where she belonged. But then she hit a point where she realized what she was doing didn't align with the person she wanted to be. And she started thinking less about being accepted by pirates and more about being acceptable to herself.
Doesn't excuse her actions. Not one bit.
Gods, no. She murdered people. Maybe just acknowledge that she tried to do something right at the end. Not everybody does.
¿Cómo lo ves, comandante? ¿Qué emociones vas a explorar ahora? A ver, wow, creo que va siendo hora de volver a algunos sentimientos de radios Bleach, Cinder, Aurin y Blast. Aurin, creo que definitivamente Aurin. Hostia, después estaría interesante también si puedo ir a los de Blast. Creo que solamente podemos elegir 3 en total. Bueno, primero es Maitrin y después 2 que elijamos. Así que vamos a hacer el de Aurin, que seguramente implica ir a Maguma, porque fue donde Aurin nació. A ver, exactamente, sí, me pone de ir a Tarir. Así que nada, gente, vámonos a Tarir.
Hey, Commander. Not a bad stop for my first time out this way.
Oh, that's right. Hopefully not the last?
And we'll see. Never thought much about it. Never needed to. Until you, let's say, opened the door?
That's one way to put it. Well, I should get to this.
Good luck. You hit trouble. You know where I am.
I can't explain what's about to happen, Champion. But I want to share it with you. All this time, I've been searching for the purpose of the Elder Dragon. I think I know now. Don't worry, I'm always with you, Scion and Champion.
How'd it go?
Watch Doreen hatch. She was one cute baby.
Nice. Well, at least you got a positive experience this time around.
When Doreen first hatched, I felt our bond instantly. Now it's hard to imagine life without her.
I guess that's how you know it really meant something. Losing it hurts. But it's worth it anyway.
Do you believe that?
Sure. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Just remind me once in a while, will ya?
A ver, ¿qué emociones vamos a explorar ahora? Pues evidentemente va siendo hora de volver a algunos de mis sentimientos relativos a Blast. Vamos con Blast, el hermanito de Aurin. Bueno, hermano mayor de Aurin realmente.
Commander! Hey, air it enough for you up here? I'm not good at this, but I wanted to be here with you and, you know, pay my respects.
I barely knew him. Then he was gone.
He did a lot of good in the time he had. That's for sure.
Trapped in this role, this legacy. I yearn for freedom, but I cannot turn away from these responsibilities. To do so would doom the mortal races to certain destruction, and perhaps myself as well. But then again, there is a kind of freedom in death, is there not?
You okay?
I didn't know him long, but he sacrificed his life to save mine. To save Oreen's.
Vlast was expected to give himself for the world, no questions asked. He knew from the start exactly how his life had to be. He'd either live to fulfill Glenn's legacy, or die to save it in the process. Either way, he knew how it would end.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. Well, if anyone knew Vlast, it was Oreen. Maybe he figured if his legacy was already set, he'd only go along with it knowing she'd be okay. And by saving you, he knew he'd be saving her. But on his own terms, there is a kind of freedom in that.
I think I'm ready now. Should probably get back to the mine.
Y aquí termina el apartado de Reprime tus emociones y entramos en el siguiente, Liberación emocional.
You're back! Thank the alchemy! You're okay. You still have the recollector, right? It didn't explode or...
I'm fine. The Recollector's fine. Though I should probably test out its other functions.
Oh, yeah, right. Of course. But don't think you're walking into that gunk unprotected. Say hello to an old friend. An old friend who can withstand the elements.
You're letting me borrow Scruffy? Won't that be a bit tight?
He's roomier than he looks. Why don't you take him out for a spin? How's the fit?
My nose is pressed against the glass.
Perfect! Let's get some practice in. What's the situation? Any potential test subjects lurking around?
There's a bunch near some jade points.
Beautiful. Obliterate them! Or, test out the non-lethal features. They're important too, but so much less fun. Enjoying yourself?
I'll admit, it's cathartic.
That's the idea. Sounds like everything's working as it should?
Yes, but the effects seem to be wearing off pretty fast. I'm concerned it won't buy us much time.
What? Oh, those greedy emotion grubbers! And these are just the wimpy ones! Oh, bring it back. Everyone's here now, so we can troubleshoot. I don't believe this. At this point, we don't have the resources to compete with their appetites.
Yeah, by the time we lure the big guy to the surface, all those little ones will be tailing us. Especially when they get away from the commander. No offense.
What if we block the path as we go? Could Finn knock out some more walls? Bury them in debris?
Only where there's structural weakness. Those walls are solid. Even if we had something with more pizzazz, I'm not sure how safe it'd be.
Before you go blowing up the place, take a look through my storage crates. I brought a few extra supplies with me from headquarters. Sure there's something useful in there.
Come on, big money, big money!
What part of don't blow up the place did you not understand? You'll trigger a full-scale cave-in.
He's right. We'll still want access to the ley line once the demon is dealt with.
And my crew is still in here. Look, if you think the explosives will be useful, take them. But be smart about it. What is that? Why is it in my storage?
Well, we don't need that. All yours, Chilmu. Oh, come on. Seriously? You brought a telescope to a mine? To what, stargaze underground?
Astronomy has always been a prized hobby of Cantha's great minds.
Property of Minister Nguyen, Ministry of Urban Planning.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I could outrun a centaur.
Care to explain why the Brotherhood has an ancient Kurzik rune in its possession?
It was acquired from the speakers. Apparently, Tetra found it useful. And it's in our best interest to keep useful things away from Tetra.
Of course. Of course. I mean, why return it to its rightful owners when we can shove it in a damn crate?
Get off your soapbox. You may borrow it.
Park Chulmu. A true philanthropist.
Considering that it's now Brotherhood property, I believe I'm being quite generous.
And I believe that you believe that.
Well, we have a seal. That's a start.
Is anyone here versed in ancient Kurzic ritual magic? Anyone?
Think I know someone who can help. She practically lives at the library in Arborstone. Really loses her mind over this sort of stuff. If we head to Echo Vault now, we can probably catch her.
Look who it is. I was starting to think you forgot about me.
Sorry I've been such a stranger. Promise I'll drop by more. I have a lot more time these days. Well, except today. Long story short, do you know anything about ward spells? Say, I don't know, performing a sealing ritual?
New hobby to impress the ancestors? Okay, let me think. You said sealing rituals? I don't have the incantations memorized by heart or anything, but during my youth, I may have spent an embarrassing amount of time sulking around the library's occult section.
I can see it.
If I were you, I'd start with the Kestrel Archives. They have a whole collection on ritual magic. Bet there's something useful.
You just come in from the trail?
Been monitoring speaker activity down in the south. You?
Been watching the road to New Tiny.
You see anything strange?
Strange how?
Stuff not looking right. Not acting right.
Now that you mention it, two songbirds were attacking one another. Trying to peck each other to death.
Yeah.
Been a while since I checked anything out of the library. Don't tell Valeria. I'd never hear the end of it. Guess retirement's as good a time as any to do some reading. But one book at a time. Let's see what they got. Ludwig's Anthology of Ward Spells. A beginner's guide to casting, disabling, and basic incantation. Sounds promising.
Think there's anything on sealing incantations?
Probably, but we'll still need some guidance. Time to pester Valeria again.
Welcome back, bookworms. Oh, is that Ludwig's Anthology? That's a classic. Try anything out yet?
Well, we have no idea what we're doing.
Don't beat yourself up. This takes years to master.
Time is a luxury we don't have.
You won't become experts overnight, but with a simple spell and a competent teacher, you might pull it off.
How free is the rest of your day looking?
I'm flattered, but this is above my skill level. You'd be better off asking the steward at the Historical Society. She managed to disable wards on some Zoo Heltzer relics. Not sure if she can cast or not, but she's a great resource.
brings you to me today? I am a steward of truth and research for the preservation of Kurzik history.
We're new to casting sealing wards, but it's, not going great.
How did you come into possession of an ancient sealing ward? They're highly uncommon.
It was, passed down to me by my uncle. A real jerk of an uncle. By marriage, no relation. But I want to learn how to use it, and Valeria said you're the person to talk to.
Oh, she's very kind. Though, I mainly practice in disabling wards. But some basic sealing work shouldn't be a problem. Now, you'll want to speak clearly, with intent. Visualize your desired outcome.
Easy enough. I seal this pass before me. 2 worlds, once whole, divide, and...
Your delivery is a bit stiff. Say it as if the voices of all your ancestors who mastered this art now speak through you.
I'll try to do that. Okay. Clearly with intent. Whew. Visualize. I seal this pass before me. 2 worlds, once whole, divide. Withstand all wandering evils, and guard what lies inside.
Good, good. Now, you'll need to assist your friend. To bring the ritual to completion, you must arrange each conjured orb in the shape of the rune you're casting. That's it! Oh, you did splendidly. And to think, you've only just started out.
It actually worked. We're not a bad team, Commander. Well, I think we're ready to go take this one out for a spin. Thanks for your help.
My pleasure. Blood relatives or not, I'm sure your uncle would be terribly proud of you.
Don't know about that. Though he was actually helpful, for once. In an unintentional sort of way.
Y finalizando Liberación Emocional, entramos oficialmente en lo que sería la parte 2 de este capítulo, que lo haré para el próximo vídeo. Así que nada, monstruitos, nos vemos muy pronto y pórtense muy mal.